It's the Venice of Victoria.
And shadows roll across my mind.
It's the one and only Fisherman's Wharf, and it attracts hundreds of tourists each year. They come to taste the world-famous Barb's fish and chips. They come for the ambiance, and they come to take a look at the eclectic float homes and their teeny tiny gardens.
Yes, and when I'm feeling down and blue, all I do is think of you. All my foolish problems seem to fade away.
Life down here is wonderful. It's a little village.
Judy's floating home is appropriately named the Birdhouse. It was recently used in a movie, and like all the homes in this unique village, it boasts beautiful hanging baskets that remind the tourists that we are the flower capital of the country.
We're very house proud, and we're very proud of the community.
Each owner adds their own unique personality to their float homes, and the tourists love it.
Everyone takes pictures, and people ask me what the flowers are. And then because people come from where there are no float homes, so they sometimes have questions like, do you have to use ladders to get into your house when the tide's low? We say, no, we don't. We go up and down with the tide.
There are children's gardens, funky art, and I'm going to steal this idea.
This is my 4-year-old granddaughter's vase, so she can put as many buds on her table as possible.
Okay, this is one of my favorite float homes. The owner is a diver, and he took all the cell phones that he found under his boat and just put them on the side of his house.
Hi, guys. We're not under the same kind of restrictions that you might be in a certain neighborhood. So I have a mural on the side of my house. I have plants. I have a driftwood gate that I made out of driftwood that I found on the beach.
This house is called the French Quarter, and it's owned by folks from Quebec. And this house has a new owner who is still getting used to gardening on a float home and can't quite give up the idea of having a lawn.
I moved from Calgary, so this is a weaning process. You have to just reduce the size of your lawn over time, and you can take the girl out of the prairie. I should have planted wheat.
Another reason to love this community is they are an award-winning green village. They compost, recycle, and most of the owners have committed to being car-free. Another enticing attribute these folks have is their willingness to share their homes with everyone.
We're aware that tourists come down here and that it's a tourist attraction. And so we're not only proud of our homes, we just want to make sure that the tourists have that really wonderful experience when they come down here.
My favorite lawn alternative in the whole village has to be this rooftop deck. This is unbelievable. The flowers, the art, the quaint little floating cottages. There's so much to love about Fisherman's Wharf. But for the folks that live here, it truly is all about community.
So what is the best part about living here? The people.
Right now, all the float homeowners are very busy getting their teeny tiny gardens in ship shape. Why? Because they are part of the 5th annual Victoria Hospice Teeny Tiny Garden Tour. And there'll be 12 other beautiful gardens on the tour, so get some tickets and get out and enjoy these little pieces of heaven. From Fisherman's Wharf, I'm Karen Elgisma, your lifestyle specialist.
Well, for people visiting the city, if they find it, I think they really love it.
I'm probably down here about 3 times a week.
Holding character on South Vancouver Island are the many small villages dotted around the region. One that I like to frequent is slightly to the southeast of Victoria's downtown, in the community of Fairfield. Cook Street Village, A warm, homely feeling lives within the locals here, who quite openly let you know that they're a friendly bunch.
Hi.
Mix that with the curiosity of year-round tourists venturing here to get more out of Victoria, and you have a recipe for something quite enchanting.
Your face is my beacon, your hands are my guide.
And it all starts here at the Mocha House, which seems to be the centre of it all, a place where people share stories of the day.
1,000 stories, more or less, pass through my ears.
Consult the next point of interest on a Victoria map, or sip off to an escape and bury yourself into a good book. Now, if you're a bit of an early bird looking for breakfast, Rosie's, a 1950s diner, is definitely a date for your plate. And no 1950s diner would be complete without an original jukebox. So while you're eating your bacon, you can listen to the Beach Boys. And with all this memorabilia on the walls, it'll definitely take you back to some good vibrations. There's some cool things from back then. The cosy character buildings, home to all kinds of miscellaneous merchants. Yeah, look, Roger Moore. Now he was the smoothest James Bond. Or how about a pint and a pub lunch at the Beagle? An English-style public house, my kind of village. How's the pub lunch there, sir?
It's pretty good. Can't complain.
Fresh cut grass here, oh so green. And a fresh load of laundry, oh so clean. There's also a few new developments to hit the streets here, all part of enhancing the character of the village with just a little modern touch.
We're just waiting and hoping that the people actually have bought the units, actually go in and get in there, and we'll see what happens as we all settle in.
Owner of Bubby Rose's Bakery Cafe, Mark Engels, has been in business here for 8 years. He's also a member of the Cook Street Village Merchants Association, which is quite small in its size. Only a few of the businesses attend the meetings regularly.
Cook Street Village Merchants Association, we have dreams of getting together and being able to market this as an area for people to think of, to come to, and maybe come to here and then find their way down there.
The beach is quite literally in your backyard.
You can just go for walks, runs, whatever you want. You can watch the, what are those guys, paragliders or something, where they're just hovering on the updrafts? Pretty sweet.
I only want to lay down by the water and be still.
And if you think that's heaven, I'm not done yet. The locals here really are spoiled.
I live just down the street.
It means home to me. I just live up the street.
No way, I'm not spoiled.
Oh yes, you are spoiled in Cook Street Village, because not even a pebble's throw from the beach, you become part of a real-life dream sequence, walking through Victoria's Beacon Hill Park. Pinch yourself, it's real.
See the ducks on the water, they're happy to be there. On the bottom, swimming on the top, tails in the air.
The most recent development on the block is that Victoria City Council will renew permits for a small number of outdoor food vendor kiosks, an issue which over the past few years has caused a lot of debate in the village.
It's got character, it's got history.
Everything that I need is in the village.
I think it's just really, really cultural, and it's very, the energy is great, the people are wonderful, and it's very artistic. It's a great little place to be.
So next time you're in Victoria on Vancouver Island, why not think outside the downtown box and put Cook Street Village on your old school street map or your new school GPS. In Victoria, I'm James Green, your urban specialist.